on that Warhog, trying to pick up those kills. So yeah, it's an exciting time overall. And that's BR. That's the BR right there, Lethal. That's what everybody wants.
I got tabs on it, mate. I've always memorised it already. Pretty much going through this map overview, it is going to be
beeline
on high power. Well, mate, you know me. I would beeline for that. I would straight line for it if I could. And if there's someone's going to stop me, no, I'm going to be sliding all the way towards it, and so I can dodge as many bullets left, right, and centre to grab it. But you know, there's going to be a question. We've got a lot of bounties. We have top 10 with most wins up to Swiss bracket. We've got best grab hammer kill with this. There is literally so much to go by. It's actually ridiculous here, Blanks.
Yeah, it is going to be a crazy game, and there's so many little things here you can see on screen. Energy Soul, oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. We're finding out exactly what's in these. It's like Christmas already. Christmas has come. We've got the S7 sniper as well. Beautiful stuff there. I'm looking in chat as well. You got Tokify asking, I wonder how observers spectate BTB. Lol. It's because we've got the best observers in the biz. They know what's going down. Right now, we're on board with Serial Killer. What? Already? You were getting a quick gun down.
He's not mucking around, is he, Blanks? Already trying to get the highest amount of kills in the hog, but already, though, he's sitting in his path. He's trying to back away if he can. He's throwing a couple of nades just in case he's hiding behind the hog. Not going to happen at all. But you know what? He got a couple of kills out of it, so you can't really complain there. But you can see already they're making sure to try and get these hog kills. And one of the first things Bone wanted to go for. Flamesword definitely had that plan, but was taken out straight away.
Yeah, Hysteria has got the spikes on board, and he's looking like a porcupine throwing those ones out. Beautiful stuff here. Already back on board with Serial Killer. We're not coming back off this guy. He's looking to really make a name for himself. Hopefully not in the news, but more in the game.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And you know what? This guy, I feel like every time we switched his POV, he was born in a hog. Like, there's literally been no stopping the man. And they're all got the high ground, but the problem is, his aim is, not too bad. He's been pretty damn nuts with the turret. Still somehow gets away. Blanks, there was like 3 or 4 people on top. How on earth did they not do him in?
I don't know that. They've all been spawned with repulsors, so it is not good here at all. So right now, though, we got Walshy. He's got the flag. He's looking to send that one home.
I think he's got to find it first at this stage. He's got to try and find the play to try and
like, I've not been playing this game type.
Exactly, trust me. We know we're in the same boat here, so it doesn't really matter too much. But we have to talk about the stats. Remember, Hysteria is already on 8 kills here. That's remarkable.
I know, right? I would have thought it would be Serial Killer getting that one, but it's Hysteria. I'm not sure what he's been using. Perhaps he spawned with the sniper and the rockets in hand, which always doesn't seem to happen for me. I always spawn with the worst weapons possible. I spawn with an assault rifle at the edge of the map. It's the worst. But already, the boys are back over to the flag. They're not messing around.
Certainly not at all. No, they're even destroying their own hog to make sure they can't grab that, but theirs get taken down anyway. They will get cleaned up as Walshy there was trying to be cheeky and go for the second one if he could, but sadly it just wasn't to be. So he gets taken down in the end. There's actually 4 down now on Disrespect from Frosty's team. But then again, if you look on the other side, they've only just respawned. And a little bit of a lurk here. Blank's just using that commando to see what he can find and just try and stop the flag in its tracks. But look at that. It goes to Piers.
Ghost dropping. We like a little bit of a ghost. That thing goes fast, and if you're in the way of it and you don't have a repulsor on board, that thing's going slamming straight into your chest, and it's going to crack that shield that is no tomorrow and send you back to the grave. So happy days for these guys. Already another flag on board. Might be sending this one 1-to-1 with the 2-timer Frosty trying to take this one back to base.
Certainly is. Burton's literally got the flag at the moment, but so is Walshy, so it's going to be a bit of a standoff here until we see both of them come up with it. And good use of that shock rifle already, and not surprised Z-Laner here just trying to do a little bit of work, and he was actually on top at the moment, just trying to be on standby, just to try and take him down as well. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was nice. I do love the shock rifle. It's so satisfying when it hits. It's just a bit awkward when it's got that 3-round burst and you've almost got to drag it across the head as you're shooting it, but it does the job. Already though, we're back on board with Serial Killer. Like you said, this guy was born in a warthog, but I'm starting to be convinced this guy is stuck to the warthog. Can't get off it. His feet are just covered in super glue.
Mate, he was born in it. I've not seen him, but this is like one of the first times I've seen it off a hog so far. He's obviously one of the looking for that bounty with the hog, of course, which is most players have been trying to gun for, you could say, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit more objective orientated. 2 down now on the side of Legion and Summit, just trying to stay alive, but you can see already Serial Killer's after another hog if he can, but at the same time it has to deal with a little bit of pressure, some good shots there which he had to literally tank across. And remember, it's still 2-1 to Legion and Summit, and the Doc, of course, is not going to be too happy about that.
Oh, but he'd take the double kill though, whilst he was walking down the stairs trying to input his code for Game Pass has PC games on the way down there. Does just about input the code before he gets that double, so lovely stuff from him. And now the boys are back on board. So we're 2-1, currently leading for Team Legion and Summit, trying to make this one happen.
Certainly does. Already just going back and forth. He managed to take it down nicely, and he's got a snipe for his trouble, so definitely worth it in the long run considering what we saw there. And Hysteria is on 13 kills. We need to switch to POV at some point and just see exactly what shenanigans he's up to at the moment. But we'll be falling off straight away. Maniac, I'm sure he's going to be absolutely screwing considering the situation that they're putting themselves in there. But it doesn't matter. That's 6 down now for Doc's team.
I know, Royal is going on an absolute tear with that heat wave, really burning up this game at the moment. I think that Team Legion and Summit are having fun with this one. I think they could have captured that flag ages ago. We're now sending in with the Warthog. They've got the gunner on the backside.
Certainly do, and he's just biding his time. They're just collecting the tally. And guess who it is? He's serial killer. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why am I not surprised in the slightest here? But even then, though, he's getting hunted down. Finally gets cleaned up after all that mischief he's been getting up to. He's the sort of guy, you go to big team and you think, oh, I've got to deal with this guy again.
Yeah, he's a real nuisance. I mean, you know, he stepped into the Hornet's nest, though, and he got stung. Will be taken back out of that Warhawk, but you know he's looking for a new one. Don't get too close to this boy. Gets the wingman out. Will hit him right in the head. Shakes the head, too. Oh, the disrespect.
Of course, Walsh. You see, you know, people say even like this version of a teabag, that version of a teabag, etc. For me, it's just straight up stand there, just say no, just to basically say no. You are absolutely zero compared to what I can do to you. And we do have a flag, though, in the hands of Maniac as he's coming by. But I must say, the Mongoose on the Halo Infinite compared to the previous Halos have been incredible. It feels so fluent, so easy to use. And, you know, that's exactly what we needed, just making the Mongoose just 10 times more useful.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You know what I'm excited for? Mongoose races. So that was literally my life. But the energy sword will stop in its tracks. But the OS is available with the Bulldog. Takes him down. Might just be able to send this one into the flag itself. And that might just be a 2-2, but the flag's not quite in yet.
No, it's just sitting there, just praying for someone to go up, at least do the objective. But I think everyone's just too worried about getting the bounty and get a few $100 to the name at the stage rather than thinking about the objective. But it is technically part of it, remember, here, Blanks, going into it. So you need to make sure to try and, of course, be a bit more objective efficient rather than just going for these bounties. But we expected this. We expected all this chaos and mayhem and, of course, momentum flowing through depending on the vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, we really did expect it. That's a 2-2 now. That's a big nade coming over the top side with a wingman in hand. Royal taking a fair bit of damage. Cracked his shield like my chiropractor cracked my back last week. Still making it happen.
Oh, just doing so much work there. Doc and Frosty, 2 down. Literally even things up in terms of the scoreline. And it's just a matter of who's going to come out on top here. Still waiting to push on forward towards their flag. It's going to get out the AR in the meantime anyway. But Z-Lane is just trying to keep him back and just trying to take down a hog directly in front of him. But that wasn't really a bad nade in all fairness. Managed to get one of his troubles, sharing that load in terms of the kill feed. And now he's actually going to jump out the hog and try and back away. But he's still, mate, he's been so... He's had no shields for at least 20, 30 seconds now and still able to stay alive.
He doesn't need shields in this case. He's not even looking for him. Finds another with the wingman, just showing how good this weapon can be in the right hand. Small gun, big power.
Certainly is. It's now, in terms of the kill feed, really, you got to remember that Doc and Frosty, their team have actually been heavily outslayed. It's just a matter of being able to push on forward, but they've been riding that struggle bus a tad. It's just backing away in that Banshee, but as long as you get behind the tower and just try and recover, he should be okay considering the circumstances he's in. But I don't know how much practice this man's had. There's a been in the Banshee, but Doug now just going to push it on up to see if he can at least inflict some damage onto Renegade, but just struggling a tad.
Yeah, this is not the usual position, but this guy's doing barrel rolls like there's no tomorrow. But he's in the sky for quite a while, looking at the sky a lot at the moment, looking towards the clouds. Maybe the clouds are just like the Game Pass has PC games on it. Maybe you can find them up there.
Certainly could. And look at that. Patience is a virtue here for Walshy. Is just doing his best to make sure to keep cleaning up the rest of the pack and just making sure he can put his slaying power to good use. But I didn't know Walshy was this good in all it, in all fairness. But
no, look at him move.
He's just biding his time. Exactly. I'm actually a little bit speechless.
Woo! He dodged those. Goodness me, he's got the moves. He's looking good. He's looking fresh. He's looking hot. And now he's looking dead.
He certainly is now as Back in a hog once again. No, it's not Serial Killer Blanks, just to give you a heads up. It's going to be Enable this time round, looking to try and do a little bit more work here to see if we can at least give Doug a bit of a hand, but they both crash into each other, and in the end it's going to be, oh, Enable's not going to be too happy about that.
I think they might just be able to take the flag here, but both flags will be away after that point. Currently though, the 2-timer Frosty's flag, it is starting to get returned, so, you know, things are getting a little bit squeaky bum time here for Team Legion as well as SUMMIT1G. You know, perhaps they want to finish this one out before it's too late.
Just give a reminder to everyone at home is that the bounties they're looking for, which are $500 each, is the best Warhawk streak, best long-range weapon in terms of multi-kills. It could be anything, the shock rifle, the sniper, the skewer, best grapplejack moment, best kill throw in a fusion coil, most individual flag captures, most power weapon kills, most plasma sticks, and last but no means least, it will be most individual total control captures here. So you can see there's a bit of objective efficiency as well as, you know, trying to go after some of these bounties as well. If he wants a decent skewer kill, this will be a good way to kick things off. That was so good considering what we just saw there. Nice little double to add to the tally, and in the end, completely cleaned up.
All right, and Doug with the spanker in hand makes it happen. I love that though, and that's a spike grenade right against that vehicle. Nade's going on the top side. See if the 2-timer Frosty can make this one happen. We're on board at the moment, looking at wall sheet, protecting the flag, sending it back to base.
Certainly is, just making sure he can continue keeping his team in this matchup here, but the problem is it's been very back and forth, and we've got to remember at the same time is that the slaying power from Legion and Summit have been huge. I wouldn't say huge, but like quite large in comparison, so we expected a little bit more in terms of the objective, just trying to get it out of there. But speaking of the devil, they're doing exactly that. Legion now just trying to do his best to stay alive and to be able to take the flag back home if he can. He's having a little bit of trouble here, Blanks, as he was trying to get away. He's still able to at this point.
I know, they're living, dude. Swerving between the rocks at the moment, gets underneath, and it is a real disaster towards the end. There has to jump out of the vehicle before it explodes. And now that flag is in a really precarious spot, but very easily nadeable. There's 3 people on it, and it's straight back home. But now, it's kind of Team Legion and SUMMIT1G that have to worry about it, because their flag's away now.
Just looking at kill feed at the moment, you can see their Stereo 20-8. He's got 10 assists as well, and I'm surprised he's still able to keep tabs. And I want to know exactly what he did at the start, because I swear the man got 8 kills in what, like the first minute, something ridiculous like that.
I know, he must have got like a 5-man quickly or something, I don't know, but
he
it
jumped
was
in the
ridiculous. Yeah, something happened. I'm not sure what it was, but it was monstrous. Shots coming back though. Right now, the big team battle's becoming kind of a big team mess at the moment. No one's really getting anything done.
I expected nothing less here, Blanks. It's like I said, I like to predict and, you know, try and get at least guess what could happen. You can't. There's no way. These bounties has just thrown everything out the window, and I'm curious to see exactly who's got what, where, why, and how. How especially when we look at the clips going back here. But look at this though, Legion and Summit already 3 down, soon to be 4 down as well. They're just trying to get a little bit of map control on their opponent's side, just using that vehicle to good use here. But you can see Doug already just trying to do his best to at least keep his opponent at bay. Takes him down in the end, and that was going to be Serial Killer, but we are going to switch over to Legion.
Yeah, we got a cute little dogfight going through there, but it was more like a Doberman versus a Chihuahua in that situation. It looked nasty, but, you know, he had been following for quite a while. Gets on that jump pad. Looks to get on top of a player. Oh, God, I love this weapon so much. The lock-on is beautiful. Sentinel beam in hand. Doesn't quite take him out yet, but the battle rifle is too strong. That's why everybody wants that thing.
It certainly is. On big team, it's basically a power weapon at this point, but we're going to see now what more can be done. Just to let everyone know, at home Serial Killer is actually Summit, I believe. Just a bit of a heads up. Kind of makes sense because it's the Team Legion and Summit on the red team, and I don't see Summit's name out there. So I'm going to try and have a guess that is going to be him. It's now Legion are just backing away once again, looking to try and get a little bit of a cheeky flank on if he can. But saying that though, already one of the players taken out on the Docs and Frosty's team already. But Wall Sheet with the flag being most objective once again. Oh
yeah. I mean, to be fair, Summit with the Wraith in hand, I feel like this thing is nice, but the reports has kind of sent things back its way before, and I think it kind of really diminishes its effectiveness. But here, Summit's making it look fancy, if not a bit slow, but it does do the damage when you need to. And now your boy's on top, he's just standing on it.
I didn't even know that was possible. I'm not going to lie to you. I knew you could stay in it for a while, but I think they were trying to bring a little bit of flair onto the server here, Blanks, as they were trying to take the flag home. But if that was definitely one way of doing it. But Walshy, aka missed objective, still got the flag in hand. And you can see Maniac now just trying to do a little bit of damage there across the map, but not really finding too much as of yet. They're just coming to go neutral, just going to go over the flank around and see what else he can do here, because, you know, with that weapon, especially with the Hydra, a bit of a struggle at times here.
It is, yeah. I mean, once the lock-on's there, it seems decently good. He's going in for it, but it's not good at all. The Scorpion comes around the corner and puts an end to that one.
Yeah, oh, and actually Zealand had gone overkill, just barely able to see that in the kill feed, and in the end, Legion gets taken down. That was huge from Zlaner. That was something he absolutely needed to do in order to keep his team in it so far. And also trying to go for the return. Managed to go it. There was a spare sword there. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll have it on board. You know, if these guys don't want it, seems to be walking over it. On Big Team Battle, though, it's slightly less effective considering, you know, that thing doesn't lunge about 50 meters. That's how long you would need it to lunge here on Big Team Battle on high power. Gets into the side of the vehicle. For a little bit more. You know, this game has been 2-2 for so long here now, Lethal. It was very fast towards the beginning. It's really slowed down.
It certainly was. It's just been ridiculous, hasn't it? But it's been in a good way, of course. So now switching over to Legion once again. Going 12 and 10, so he's having one of his games a little bit slow and steady. He's got the skewer out in play ready to use and initiate, but decides just to whip out his BR just to try and clean up one of the frags on the left-hand side. But again, though, the skewer, the problem is with the skewer, it's a little bit harder to use the further away you are, but he's going to see if it can try and make it work if he can. Still got a few shots in play. Yeah,
it's hard to see the trajectory on that thing, but it's easy to see that Game Pass has PC games. Looking for this skewer, though, to find another player on board. Does use that battle rifle in the end. I mean, the skewer does a lot of damage. It's great for those vehicles, taking them down, but the battle rifle, that's just the old trustworthy, really, at the end of the day.
I'm glad you said Game Pass has PC games here, Blanks, because I almost forgot about it ever since you said it 2 minutes ago. So I'm glad to. Cheers, mate.
No worries.
I appreciate that. And Legion still just inflicting damage across the board. Now he's whipping out the Stalker rifle just to add a little bit more to the tally if he can, bring a little bit more flair there as he's going to try and push across to his opponent's base. But I must say, Walshy, he's had that flag for quite a while here.
I know, he's just holding on to it. He's like, guys, get the clips, I'll hold on to the flag. Don't you worry about it. I've got a shock rifle in hand. I can make it happen. To be fair, though, the clips are coming thick and fast at the time being. I'm excited to see these replays. Flag has been taken, though, for the 2 times. And Frosty running away from it. Goodness me, the Mongoose is fast. It is crispy. It is clean, but it's on its back. Back on its front. No, don't run over the chicken. Don't do that. That's bad luck.
Please, no. But, mate, the Mongoose is just so good on this game. Like, it's... Oh, in the end, someone's actually better to actually stop him in their tracks. That's if they're going to push in for the flag and actually try and cap that. But not going to happen. But at least he's able to save the day. There's another person there. Manages to get the double after all that. And my word, that was unbelievable. That one person, not sure who it was in terms of the blue team, was able to stop at least a couple of members from actually capping that. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. It all said and done. And I will say, you know, we wanted